This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 23, Ash and Smoke. Mantis, how does your patron communicate with you?
I like to imagine, it usually happens, when Mantis is, sleeping, or usually sort of in dream form, almost like, Mantis is sort of wandering through, sort of like she has this, almost the same dream every night, where she's wandering through a realm where it changes based on how her patron decides to communicate with her, or sometimes she'll just hear the voice of her patron in the back of her mind, if it's something more pressing or immediate, because obviously only communicating when she's asleep is sometimes not in favor of whatever the patron wants. But it's almost always by the patron's whim. She'll call out to the patron occasionally or speak to the patron and get no response. But she expects that. It's just sort of circumstantial based on just the patron's choices and desires and needs and all that good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, and whatever your headcanon is, we'll try to stick it into this game. So,
Awesome.
yeah, you hear in the back of your head the rattling chains. And what kind of voice do you think your patron has?
Probably something sort of on the more, I guess, abyssal side of things.
Nice. I think I can do that.
The elf has a puzzle piece.
I reach up to my this necklace I have, which is really just this sort of smoothened stone with a carving into it, and I just rub it and nod forward, and I sort of walk up to where Ash went, because he was going to do whatever with the, what was it, the necklace, right? And I just kind of stand by his side, and I look and sort of stare down Tirker.
You got it.
Yes.
And it's once again just that cryptic message of
The elf has a puzzle piece.
And this is since your patron is talking to you when you're fully awake during the day, just out of the blue, and you look at this elf, and your patron's telling you something. It's probably important.
Yeah, like I am, like definitely, I can't take my eyes off of Tirkir, and I'm kind of just trying to figure out what he might have that is a puzzle piece. Because I imagine I probably would have been contacted by my patron about this before.
Yep. Give me an Arcana if just give me an Arcana, and I'll give you what information that your patron may have gave you.
19.
Wow. 19. That's a lot of information. You've been getting some pretty lucid dreams recently of 12 puzzle pieces that combine together to make a sphere. And once these puzzle pieces are fully combined, a tomb comes into the material plane and opens up. And you know that something happens, something significant, something that could help your master become more powerful.
Okay. Um, give me 1 second. I am gonna kind of move towards Tirkir, I guess.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and whisper to him while Ashe is checking out the necklace and the mares are waiting to find out if it's cursed or whatever. And I'm just gonna kind of ask, have you found anything interesting lately?
I know this is kind of player versus player, but GM, do you mind if I roll an insight?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Should
And
I roll a competing deception?
yes,
Or-
I was
Yeah.
actually going to say that.
Yeah. We traditionally try to leave it roleplay wise, but I like to kind of, at least when we're starting out, see how well of a read I can get. Not terrible.
I rolled a
Oh,
crit.
You are
You
Like-
rolled 11 higher than me.
How's-
donk?
how is Mantis like containing composure?
Wow. Oh,
Oh, so I just kind of look at him and I'm just like, I'm a bit of a treasure hunter.
Okay, walk.
a bit of a treasure hunter, and then you say, "Have you found anything interesting lately?"
Yeah. Have you found anything interesting lately?
Yes. So this is an interesting time to ask me that. And you're looking at Tirker, and he's giving you just this really weird, like trying to figure you out face, like scrunched eyebrows, squinty eyes. He's got an owlbear under an arm.
It's probably not under an arm. It's more like,
Cool.
just
Squirming around,
cuddling up against your leg, and it's like, "Hi,
Okay.
mom."
If Khalees would calm down enough to do that, that would be amazing, and I would put Khalees down. That would be wonderful.
I mean, she was
Thank you.
busy for an hour putting out
She's
fires.
probably
so.
tuckered out. She's
Yeah.
probably really tired, actually. You're right. What do you mean by interesting? And I don't even care about. My back's turned to that amulet at this point. I don't even give it. I don't care what's happening there.
Oh, I don't know. Anything perhaps old or ancient or conversation worthy if you're trying to impress someone.
You noticed when you said old and ancient, Tyrker's head tilted like you're talking to a German shepherd, like tilted and then tilted a little bit more, but not conversation worthy. It was just the old and ancient, and it looks like you got his interest by the expression on his face. What do you know of the old gods?
Mantis kind of raises one eyebrow and just kind of stares at Tirker for a minute.
They're doing an awkward stare down. So
Yeah.
we could probably pan
Yeah.
to it. the necklace or the amulet shortly.
Yeah.
We just the whole room disappeared to us, probably. Like,
It's
who cares about all this?
one of those anime shots where like the whole room just goes dark and there's 2 spotlights and there's
Yep.
Mantis and
Oh, yeah.
Tyrker.
Having an Ellen
for
light
sure.
moment there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Exactly. That
Yes.
sounds perfect. Ellen Light. I like
Perfect.
that.
So, how does Ashe gain the information from doing identify? Like, what would, if this was like a movie or show, like what would it look like to the audience?
I would say so. They're doing their verbal somatic material. So waving this owl feather over the object while kind of muttering some words that, unless you're really close, you're not gonna make out. And I'd say maybe their eyes kind of light up like silvery, and it looks like they're seeing something that other people can't see.
Cool. And the information that you get from this necklace is, yes, it is super cursed. It has an enchantment on it that when anybody gets angry or a bit emotional, that it can trigger a response that just makes them go ballistic. Uncontrollable rage will happen. And oddly enough, it also has a spell on it, which helps you communicate and attach your emotions to a creature that you have spent time with.
Interesting. Well, Ash will look up after this at the I guess the Council of Mayors and kind of chuckle and say, "Yeah, this is super cursed."
Billio looks a little displeased that you confirmed the whole curse theory, but the mayors look a little concerned and kind of all shake their heads. They look back at Norik. Norik, you can tell that they're about to come to some kind of decision.
Are they just staring right now?
I'm rolling a perception here.
Yeah, go ahead. Or you can do insight too.
Oh.
Or you can do both.
Know,
I mean,
perception's good.
Yeah. Alright, perception. You can see that they're doing that whole thing where they're staring at the person they're directly talking about. And you can hear a few things of, well, he was cursed. And he might not have had control of his actions. Somebody else pipes up. You know, my Aunt Lindia, she was cursed once. And I think that just knowing he had a curse on him that he could not control himself was bad enough. Billio, though, he's just like, nope, this is part of his deviance. He always does things like this. He probably exactly knew what he was doing. Gel's wobbling. And
Nork's gonna he's hearing all this whisper and hubbub, and he hears Billio chime in with his slander.
Always a slander.
And Norik stands up and looks at him and says, I don't need your hatred towards me to affect the rest of my life. If you want to kick me out, kick me out.
And he stands up and he's about to say something when alarm bells in the town go off. And yeah, it just kind of shatters everything, shatters the whole like stare down, shatters
the whole like head turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And
later, dwarf.
You can hear in the distance some type of battle horns.
Should what would we roll to identify what type of battle horns they are?
Gosh. It's probably some kind of intelligence check. I don't want to do wisdom because we've been pretty wisdom heavy this time.
We have.
History?
That's exactly what I don't want.
Yeah.
But, probably to identify a sound that you may have heard.
Can it be? I mean, I've heard that it's
mean-
a kobolds. Can I roll? Would nature help, or are they too humanoid for nature?
Sure.
Okay. I'm totally arguing that because I have a big buff to nature and I've done like 0 nature rolls this entire campaign. But
hey, you had a few and you just kind of failed
full
them.
disclosure, I'm rolling it.
Twice. Yeah, you recognize the sound of the battle horns of a kobold raiding party.
It sounds like the kobolds have reached the refugee camp.
Do I hear this?
Oh, everyone
Horror.
hears this.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna do a history check to see if I know anything on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've heard tales. I mean, where you grew up in Dilson was a pretty modern as far as D&D goes. Place by the borders of the Elven country. So, the kobolds weren't much of a problem there as, say, like the western side of Swordfall, where there are a lot of mountains and a lot of places for, dragons to hide.
Norik has had a very small encounter with kobolds, and it was not good.
Small.
Sure,
Small. You're making fun of my size?
No, I'm making fun of their size.
They're
size,
both
yeah, that's
also
true.
small. Yeah. Jirker's definitely gonna draw his Sioux knife and a hatchet, and face towards whatever direction the sound was from.
And
Yeah, it would be from the west side of town because they're coming eastward.
Okay. Yeah. Coming from the lake.
and Norik's he's got some cuffs on, and he's kind of frustrated at this, and he's like, he turns to the council and he says, "I can help fight, but not with these things on."
And I can help.
And Mayor Billio is like getting red in the face, but the rest of the mayors are like, well, we got people who are willing to fight.
If we survive this, we can resume.
Indeed. And I just kind of pull my quarterstaff off of my back.
Neato. And Norik, your sister comes up, and
She cuffed it anyways.
Yeah.
So funny.
she has the key.
Yeah,
and
personal guard handcuffs just for him.
Yep. She unlocks the cuffs. She pats you on the shoulder, looks you in the eye, and says, "Well, I'll see you out there."
Be safe. And Nark's gonna just start pushing through everybody to get to the door and to the exit.
Yeah, people are probably getting out of your guys' way.
Yeah.
Ashe, what is your reaction?
Ashe was casting his awesome spell.
After casting that spell, Ashe is kind of like maybe getting a little bit bored, and hear the horns, I guess, and look to the guy that hired them and say, "How about another bonus?" And kind of wait for their reaction.
Yeah, Lottie just like shakes his head and he's like, double what we owed you. Yeah. And he looks at the mayors and none of the mayors are paying attention anymore. And he just realizes he just may have lost his job right there. But, if he's alive at the end of this, who cares?
Hearing that, Ashe will take this kind of weird looking helmet off a hook on their belt and put it on their head. And from the inside, you see this like light coming out, like a fire light up with like kind of a jack-o'-lantern effect. And then the whole sword appears in their hand and they go running out the door.
So you don a cool ass fiery helmet and then a sword pops in your hand.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Now,
Thank you for listening to Tales of Swordfall.
Please consider listening to these podcasts.
A long, long time ago, in a land far away named Phylor, there were 4 legendary adventurers.
We are the Adventurous Four, renowned across the land.
Using their cunning and strength, the party defeats many monsters and saves many lives.
Nick takes her fairy blade and stabs it into his other eyeball.
Oh my god! Can you go jump on my back? Do I cast Expeditious Retreat?
Yeah. Can Bob roll a D20 for me?
I don't like that. I don't like how you ask that.
D20 business.
What if I rolled a 1? What if I told you I just rolled a 1?
Come and join us weekly at How the Quest Was Won. Found anywhere where podcasts are located. Purchase not necessary. No real magic was used in the making of this podcast.
Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.